What's up? What's up, everyone? What's going on, y'all? What's good? Tell me a story, someone. You guys have a good day? May I ask, do you ever see street sweepers? I don't see street sweepers. I got no idea what you're talking about, actually. My day was good. Man, my day, I had jet lag all day for the most part. And I really wish Airbnb hurry up and give me a decision because I talk to the host and they're like, well, yeah, we can end your stay early, and I'm like, okay, great, but that was 2 days ago, right? And I'm talking to Airbnb, and Airbnb is like, oh, if you ever have a problem with Airbnb, the person that helps you is gonna be the same person that helps you throughout the whole deal. The problem with that is when they get off work, they're gonna send you a message saying that such and such is off work. And it's like, really? Why can't you just send it to someone who's at work? You know? I mean, I'm okay, but I haven't didn't really do anything today because my sleep was just so off, And I just really I'm gonna call Airbnb and I'm gonna call the host and I'm gonna be like, look guys, can I get a day? Like a definite it's taking too long here. It's taking way too long, yo. All right, okay, look, I don't want to talk more about the street sweeper. So if you want to keep talking about that, I just won't entertain it. Did you know that Apple does same day deliveries with post? Oh yeah. Yes, I am in San Francisco right now. Well, yeah, it's draining me because so today I was awake at 10 a.m., right? And usually I'm doing so many other things by 10 a.m. But I'm in bed at 10 a.m. and then I leave at you know 11 or something, and then it's 11 o'clock, yo. I'm used to waking up super early. I'm used to being up at 7. So it's a huge drag on my life. And it's just really annoying. It's really annoying, and I've already paid for this month too. So just yesterday, I paid for the next 30 days or something. So I don't even know what. I mean, are they gonna refund the money? I don't think Airbnb refunds the money. I think they're just gonna give me a credit. And the thing is, if they give me a credit, they're gonna give me a credit for a lot of money, and I don't know when I'm gonna use Airbnb again. You know, so it's they're gonna give me a credit, and it's a credit that I'm not gonna use anytime soon. I would actually have to book an Airbnb. And if I move to the next place, I don't think I'm gonna book an Airbnb, and I also don't think I'm gonna travel for a minute. So all the money I paid will basically just be a little Airbnb gift card. Yeah, I hope you can get some relief somehow. Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out. It just I'll probably sleep better tonight. But like Monday nights, forget about it. Like, yeah, like just forget about it, you know? No, I just started streaming. Like I just started streaming like 5 minutes ago. This is all new. This is all new. Are you getting a studio in town? No, so I'm not getting a studio in town because I don't want to sign any leases. Like I don't want to sign any leases. I'm not getting a studio, but I don't want to really talk about the new place so much because I don't exactly know. Like I don't want to say too much about it because maybe there's people watching from the old place and they're like, oh, he's gonna move to that place, so like we're gonna make him pay longer, you know. So I don't really want to say too much. And then even after I live there, like this is a place that I really wish I could promote online because this place is pretty cool. Not everyone would like this place, but like I think this place is pretty dang cool. But the thing about promoting it online, and I'm pretty sure the people would love for me to promote it online too. But the only problem about me promoting it online, everyone would know where I live, you know. So like I don't think I'm gonna. Maybe I'll just do it anyway. Cause I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it anyway. Yeah, you'll just know where Jermaine lives, or you'll just know the building. Like that don't necessarily mean you'll know exactly where I live. And it's not like an easy building to get into. I went walking around Russian Hill. Oh, Russian Hill's cool. Can we talk about Robin Hood? What about Robin Hood? Like, let's just talk about Robin Hood. SF was empty. SF is super empty nowadays. No, no, no. Yeah. Oh, you got the YouTube notification 5 minutes ago? Oh, yeah. Surprised you don't go with van life. I like skyscrapers, yo. Not van life. Also, van life is good for like women who fake it. But if you're like a dude, like for real, it's not gonna be so great because of I mean, you're a dude living in a van. Like, how is that attractive? Think about it. Next. Enough of that van talk. Can we talk about the garbage man? What do you want to know about the garbage man? What do you guys want to know? What are you thinking? Do you think of putting 15% of your net income into Robinhood good? I mean, when you say put 15% of your net into Robinhood, that can imply a couple of things. That can imply buying stock into Robinhood. That can also imply just literally putting the money into Robinhood and not buying stock because Robinhood pays like, I mean, it's a small amount, but they pay like a little bit more interest than what a bank would pay. So there's a couple things, you know. There's a couple ways you can play that, you know. So what's up, everyone? What's good? What is good? What up, Frisco? Frisco, what's good, Frisco? People hate when you hear Frisco. Just in time for the hangout. Yeah, I just got started. I'll hang out for a little bit tonight. What is your favorite neighborhood in SF? I really like East Cut. That's my favorite neighborhood. What's the rough of? What do you get to You mean return? You mean internal return on investment? I don't know what it is. It's like under 1%. Like it's not anything glamorous. It's just a small percent. They used to pay like 2%. That's the only reason I said it. They used to pay 2%, and they may bring that back if the Feds like ever raise the interest rates. You know. Visiting SF tomorrow. Places to check out. Places to check out SF. Go to Twin Peaks. Please go to Twin Peaks. Not just don't just go to Fisherman's Wharf, but go to Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is amazing views of the city, especially if you can come to the city tomorrow and it's clear. I don't think it's gonna be clear because I think it's gonna be raining tomorrow. But if you can come to the city and it's clear, you can catch city on a clear day. Go up to Twin Peaks because it's just an amazing view. You know, it's a really 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 good view. Even if it's windy, usually it's gonna be clear. If it's windy, that's kind of how it goes. Golden Gate Park is a good one too. I mean, Parks is a little. I'm sorry to say, but like Parks is a little difficult to recommend because there's so many parks. Like, come on, there's so many parks. Of course, there's the Golden Gate Park, but then there's also Presidio, and then in the Presidio area, there's like the Golden Gate Bridge, and then once you cross the Golden Gate Bridge, because the Golden Gate Bridge is almost like a park, because what do you do on the Golden Gate Bridge? You explore, you walk, and then there's like a little park area on the San Francisco side. There's more of a park area on the Marin side, so like I would kind of say that that's kind of one big park. You know, there's a lot of parks in the city. You kind of have to have a little bit more time when you want to, go to like, Golden Gate Park and stuff like that, because you just kind of have to have a little bit more time. Let's keep it real. But at least if you go to Twin Peaks, I mean, it helps to have more time if you go to Twin Peaks, but it's chill if you don't have a lot of time. I mean, Dolores Park. I mean, we can sit here and name parks all day. That's why, like, I don't really recommend parks to people when they come to the city, because once again, most people don't have a lot of time when they come to the city. So I recommend just I always recommend Twin Peaks, because I would say that's the park of parks. Bottom line, that is the park of parks. Yeah, so Robinhood pays 0.3%. Well, they used to pay like 1.8, and the reason why I even brought that up is because, if the Feds raise the interest rates, Robinhood may raise their interest rates too. Wow, I'm hearing that. Like through the headphones, that motorcycle. Wow, I'm hearing a lot of stuff through the microphone. That's crazy. I got my gain turned up. Yeah, my gain's pretty good. Yeah, so that APY, that number changes, by the way. Just because you see it at 0.30, don't think it was always that way, because that number changes. Dolores is too crowded. Dolores is crazy crowded. Dolores is always crowded. DeBose Park. Yeah. Quake Tower. But once again, Quake Tower is like another freaking park, yo. Would you live in Castro? Castro is not, I mean, that's more of a neighborhood city. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. That's more of a neighborhood city. Like, if you don't like the whole downtown living, that would be a better neighborhood to live in. Yeah, that's definitely more of, I would say that's more of a local neighborhood. And there's a lot of local neighborhoods in the city, by the way. I'm not trying to single it out. But, I don't know. I'm not that big a fan of Castro. I'm not really a big fan of hills. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, if I gotta go up hills, I'm chill on that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the benefit of living on a hill. You got nice views, and if an earthquake happens, you're probably gonna be a whole lot safer than anyone living in Soma. But I didn't move to San Francisco. I didn't move to the most like expensive spot in the country just to live in a little Castro neighborhood and live in a 1-story house, 2-story house. That's not what I came to the city for. Now, right now, I'm living in on the first floor of a place in the city, but this is a temp spot, But yeah, with the Castro, like, I would rather not live there. I mean, if you got a car, it's a little bit different, because it is a little bit farther away. But it's a lot of neighborhoods in the city I wouldn't want to live in. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I really do not like going past Van Ness in the city. Like, it's gonna sound crazy, but like, you know how you go past Van Ness, and once you go past Van Ness, there's like Gough Street. There's what is it? Gough Street. What's that other street that goes over to the marina? Not Gough. Franklin, right? There's all those streets. Yo, once I get to freaking Van Ness, I'm like, yo, this is too far. Because once you go past Van Ness, the buildings is mainly like 3-story buildings in the city. You know what I mean? But when you're on the other side of Van Ness, everything is like typically higher than 3 stories. And I'm just like, man, I want to get back over there. I do not like being too close. The city looks good. Yeah, I know. I love the city. I love views now. I'm getting very obsessed with views. The new place I'm looking at moving to has a pretty dank view. That's a pretty cool view. It's a pretty dope view. I'm actually kind of excited moving there. It's going to be a different experience. Well, I don't know if it has a dope view, but it's just different. It won't be a garbage can looking out my window at 3 a.m. Put it like that. Would you move to Seattle? Would I move to Seattle? So I'm not gonna tell people exactly where. Like, I don't tell people where I am, especially when I'm live streaming, because you have some crazy people in the city. No, I'm not gonna say where I am. People always want to know where I am, like, especially if I don't just come out and say where I am, I'm probably not gonna say, because so many people want to know like where I film, and people always think, oh, it's WeWork, especially when I'm at Salesforce, but like, I didn't necessarily say that, and like that's not the only office in the building. So, I'm just kind of gonna like sort of, leave it out, because what it is very, very, very few people will actually know where it is, because to know where it is, you would have to go there, right? And one thing I know is if you don't go there and if you don't know where it is, you don't know exactly, you just don't know, and that's kind of how I'd rather keep it. Jay, how many times you moved this year? This is about to be number 6. This is about to be number 6 time I've moved in 1 year. I know people haven't moved 6 times in their whole life. I'm about to move 6 times in 1 year. Stay stuff. Oh yeah. So just because you see me at an office that looks like it's shared office space, it doesn't mean that it's shared office space. Just because like I've did shared office space in the past doesn't assume that like, I don't know. Not all offices are shared offices. Some offices are, it's just it's an office. Yeah. I don't know. Like, how do I tell you guys that, like, I sort of kind of got a job to a certain degree, if you know what I'm saying? Not really trying to talk about it too much. Hey, Jermaine, I see you around the city sometimes. My office is next to SFDC, closed for a long time. Looking to move far out of the city, Walnut Creek. Oh, you're thinking of Walnut Creek? Walnut Creek is a little different. It's out there. It's definitely ain't got the bad city vibes, yo. Walnut Creek is pretty chill. It's very it reminds me of a nice suburb. No, I don't really know that much about Walnut Creek. Like, I don't know if things happen at night or something, or if it has a dark side, but the last time I went to Walnut Creek, it seemed like it was San Francisco's pretty nice compared to the city. You know what I mean? Like the type of place where you can, you know, you can, you can drive your car in the driveway, and maybe you can leave your cell phone charger plugged in the car with it locked in your driveway, because you wouldn't want to just do that out here, because someone may smash your window and like steal your cell phone charger. You know, no place like that stuff. What about Antioch? Antioch's chill. What is the best restaurant in SF to go to? Best restaurant in SF to go to? That's a tough. That's a tough recommendation. So many restaurants are closed right now. So like, if I'm gonna give you recommendations to a restaurant, I'm gonna give you recommendations for takeout for the most part. And then if I say I'm gonna give you a recommendation before the pandemic, well, that's not really valid because so many restaurants have closed. So like, I can just tell you spots I like to go to. I like to go to a little falafel shop down on Drum Street. Then I also like to go to this little vegan Asian spot on Golden Gate. It's called Vegan Era. But like both of these spots don't have like outdoor seating. You know what I'm saying? You kind of gotta eat and go. Saw your Robin Hood video today. It was so detailed. Nice, Jermaine. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. How come you don't want to share your job? I don't always want to put everything out there that I do. And it's not even a job. It's more like a little contract type deal. I'll be done with it soon. But like I do a lot of like I don't know. I guess you call it like, maybe it's like, I'm trying to disguise it without saying it, but like basically like, you go talk to someone and they ask you questions and you give them answers, and you show data basically. It's something like that. Jermaine gets paid to cuddle. Jermaine gets paid to do a lot of things, let's just face it. Can we talk about... No, I don't love armed security guards, yo. Is the Golden Era place good? Yeah, it's really good. I love that place. I'm there all the time. What's your sign, Jermaine, if you don't mind me asking? So I'm Aquarius. I'm Aquarius. There's another yawn. Should have took a nap, but like I didn't want to take a nap. I didn't do anything today. I didn't freaking do anything today except freaking watch YouTube videos like all day. Freaking watch all YouTube videos all day at the freaking at a workspace basically. And it's funny because like I know like hella people that work there and they're like, oh, what's going on, Jermaine? Like, what do you do? Like, we'll just see you like come in and take off and do whatever. And I'm like, oh, I didn't really sleep much last night. It was a big garbage truck outside of my house. It sounds like focus group work. Focus group type work. Yeah, it is focus group type work. Jermaine, a social distant gigolo. What do you mean? I'm totally not a gigolo. Why do people think I'm a gigolo? No, I'm not a gigolo. If I was a gigolo, I'd be getting laid. I'm not a gigolo. What stocks do you recommend in 2021? So like, I can't like I don't recommend stocks to people. That's one thing I don't do. I don't recommend stocks to people. But I mean, you can sort of like look at the stocks I see. Let me look at the stocks I'm buying, and that can kind of give you an idea of the way my head is going. I don't know. I'm really thinking about selling a bunch of stock because I want to get like 15% cash. So I'm thinking about selling a bunch of stock right before the end of the year. Those good pay money for a little bit of your time used to be in those heavy. Jermaine got a job administrating the vaccine to people who don't want it. How do you know? Did you get AirPod Max? No, I didn't get the AirPod Max. They're like sold out, by the way. They didn't make that many. Kind of makes sense why they're sold out. Those pay good, yeah. Never take advice from Jermaine. I mean, that's why I sit here and say, don't take advice from me. I mean, I wouldn't take advice from anyone on the internet. Especially, I'm gonna tell you something. Especially if they sitting on the internet and they got a suit on, right? Never take advice from someone like that. You know why? Because the only thing I gotta do is go put a suit on. So easy to do. Just go down to H&M, get you about $85, get you a fresh suit. You don't even need the whole suit. That's the thing. You don't even need the whole thing. You just need the top portion. You see how fake it can be, yo? You know, it's good to follow people that actually had their money where their mouth at. You know what I mean? Like when you look at people's accounts, when someone shows you their account and someone shows you, oh yeah, I like this company because I like the products and I use the products and the products are cool and I like it, you know? Versus someone who's like talking about a stock that's just like, oh yeah, invest in this one, invest in this one, invest in this one. Man, sometimes you gotta put your money where your mouth at, yo. Everyone talks there, bro. Yep, that view. Yeah, I love the view. I love the view. I love the view. The view is not bad. It's about buying for the right price. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, Tesla's pretty awesome. Hopefully, I can do the same thing with Beyond. With Beyond, like I probably will talk about more brokers. I'll talk about more things in my accounts because I have a lot of accounts, yo. Like I have a shit ton of accounts, so I can talk about them for a minute without boring you guys, and also without showing you guys all of my accounts because certain accounts are like for certain things. Like I have a travel account, like an investment travel account. I've got the spec account, like stock money. I like stocks that like I'm like, look, I don't care if I lose money on this, you know. And I'm actually still up more than 100% on that account, which that account has taken a big hit lately. That account was up 4x recently. I think no, actually I'm up 3x on that account. Oh shit, that's not the same account. No, I'm getting accounts mixed up. Like it's like two accounts. I put like 5 G's in, right? And one of those accounts, it has like 12 G's in it right now, and the other one has like, I think like 17 G's. And both of them, I only put like 5 G's in them. And I only put 5 G's in them like this year. No, one of those accounts I put 5G in last year. Yeah. So I'll probably talk more about those because a lot of people want to know about the Very Good Food Company, and they also want to know about Planet 13. And I have those in my Schwab account. And since those are the only two stocks in the Schwab account, like I thought I could like, you know, maybe I'll do a video talking about that one tomorrow. Talking about what's in the Schwab account and then talk about like why I picked both of these companies. Because the thing about both of these companies are you can't buy them on Robinhood. You can't buy them on a lot of brokers. So that's why I was thinking about you know, talking about these. My dad knows a guy who invested in stocks for 30 years, and when he cashed out, he only got $500. You know what? That your dad's friend was not an active investor. Your dad's friend sounded like someone who went to work every day, set aside a portion of their money to go into the markets, and he let someone else control it, basically. That's not what I do. Like I picked everything I use, yo. What kind of phone do you use? I have two iPhone minis. Yeah, two iPhone minis. Is Sofa worth using? I downloaded an account with them. I downloaded an account with them, and I just haven't had money to fund them yet. I want to put like at least 10K into it, and I got some money coming up in a couple months, so I'll put like 10K into SoFi. But I haven't. That's one of them I want to get into for sure. I want to look into the real pop today, yo. It was up like what 8% or something. Real was doing good today. Well, the thing about the real is I like the price, man. The real. It's at 17.20 right now. It went up 12%. So the thing about the real is it's low price. It's low price, and there's so much money out there in the markets. It's so much money out there in the markets right now. I'm trying to figure out how the real hasn't even went up higher than what it went. How I'm trying to figure out how the real isn't. I'm trying to figure out how the real is not higher than what it is, because if you look at it for the year, it's only up 6% for the whole year. 6% for the whole year. Like, honestly, I should probably pile in some more into this. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. So, I mean, I only got 100 shares. Maybe I should buy another 400, and then maybe I could possibly flip that pretty fast. But I'm not tripping. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not tripping. Like, it's kind of cool to have money spread out, have money over here, money over there. In my Webull account, I got like 400 shares of Blink charging at the average price of 200 no, $2.25. And then Blink charging is like what? I think Blink charging is approaching $27 or something. Yeah, Blink charging is at $28. So I was thinking about like selling maybe like 2,000 of that, right? Because I mean, I would still be up so much. And I was thinking about selling 2,000 and just buy more Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat, I'm probably gonna lose my ass on Beyond Meat, or I'm gonna make a lot of money on Beyond Meat, because I'm going like crazy on Beyond Meat, yo. Like super crazy on Beyond Meat. Either I'm gonna lose a shit ton of money or I'm gonna make a lot of money. Does Boosted Board have a stock? Nope. So Boosted Board went out of business, actually. They're not even a company anymore. Yeah, they're not even a company anymore because they took too much money. They took too much investor money. And when they took too much investor money, you had to like, so basically they took like, whenever you get money from like venture capitalists, they want you to spend all the money, right? And then once you spend all the money, like, you're supposed to like make money, right? But they just took too much fucking money. Like, I think they had like a hundred, like I think they had $100 million if I'm not mistaken, right? They didn't need $100 million. They could have got away with a whole lot less, right? You take a company like One Wheel, they had $2 million. $2 million. It's easy to spend $2 million. $100 million. I mean, what can you spend it on that you can that you can recoup all of that back? You know. So that's what happened to them. That's how they died. And they were working hard on like coming out with a new bike. They're building this bike, and they're building some other skateboards. But like when they took way too much money. But that could have been one of those companies that was doomed from the start, because it could have been one of those companies where like investors purposely gave them a lot of money so that they would crash. I don't know if that's true or not, but Boosted knew a long time ago that they were going to crash. They knew it a long time ago. And the reason why I say they knew it a long time ago, I think they knew it before I even got involved in Boosted. I think they had already knew that, look, we are already dead. Like, and this was like years, and they still had years of life after that. Like, but when they came out with that scooter, I can tell you already, they were already dead, yo. When they came out with that scooter, they were already freaking dead. I think the thing that they got them was the first battery fire. I think that's what really got them. I mean, I can't really confirm this because like I don't just hang out with people from Booster like that. But like just looking at how they ran the company, bro, I think they knew they were dead because they were giving away so much free stuff. Like, I'm telling you, they were giving away so much free stuff, yo. Like, oh my gosh, like, I know people got so much free stuff from them. Like I got boosted backpacks and boosted wheels and batteries and all kinds of shit, you know. And I wasn't the only one. Like I know people that got boards and scooters and all kinds of stuff. They were like dead from the get go. It was just one of those companies, and then they made a really awesome board. Like they made a very practical board. Like it's a lot of skateboards out there. Don't get me wrong. But their board and their app was just freaking amazing. And then another thing with Boosted too that a lot of people don't really know about in the whole electric skating world is like the thing with Boosted with their battery is like you would get a very, very accurate reading. Okay. For example, when you're on a Boosted, maybe it has something to do with the type of batteries that they use. But if you have 80% battery, you know for sure you got 80% battery. If you got 60% battery, you know you got 60% battery. If you got 20% battery, you know you got 20% battery. It's a lot of skateboards out there that you'll have 100% battery. You will go riding around for like 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes. And the board will say, you have 100% battery, right? And then all of a sudden you're riding around, and then the board goes from 100% to like 73%. Boosted never did that. Like it never, ever did that. Like it never gave you a false reading, right? If I go jump on the board, and if I go like maybe like let's say if I go half a mile, I can look at the board and the range is gonna drop. It's 98%, 97, 92. But a lot of those other skateboards, like you would never ever see it ever in the 90s. It's like, is there a such thing as 92%? No, 92% doesn't exist on the skateboard. It goes from 100 to 60. And I don't know. It's just one of those things. So like once you get down to 40%, and you got a skateboard that's saying you got 40% battery, I mean, you don't really know if you got 40% battery or not. You're just like, I don't know. And Boosted never did that. Nowadays, I don't think a lot of boards do that because I think that they have better batteries. Just buy a car. You obviously don't live in the city because buying a car won't solve my problems, yo. Will you ever consider doing van life? I don't want to do van life, yo. I'm gonna tell y'all something, yo. I'm a YouTuber, dude. Don't y'all think I know how to get views, yo? And getting views won't work with me living in a van unless I'm a girl with blue eyes and long, pretty hair and that wears makeup and lives in a van. Okay. If I don't got those things, it's not gonna work. Okay. And also, it helps if you're white. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real because just go look on all the videos online. Like, I'm not making this shit up. I'm just being real. So, yeah. You would watch. Well, you would watch, but like, I don't want to live in a van, yo. Like, I like to take a shower, like in a shower. Like, I like to freaking, use a toilet. I like to walk into a kitchen. Like, I like to stick the freaking electrical plug into the wall, and I'm not using a battery. I'm using freaking electricity coming from the grid. Like, if you guys like van life, guess what? It's a lot of people that want to do van life. I'm about to start blocking the freaking. I don't know. I don't get why people be so into this van life, yo. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think they're just trolling. I think y'all just trolling. I like skyscrapers, yo. Vans suck. You get tickets around here. Who do you think is the most successful black YouTuber? It's that black dude that's white. I mean, it's that black dude. No, it's a MQBHD. It's him. He's obviously the most successful black dude on YouTube. Just keep doing what you're doing, but makes you happy. Never do something for views. It will never. We will support you no matter what you do. Oh yeah. Why he gotta be black, yo? I mean, I was just answering the question. That's what they asked, so that was the question that I was into. So I'm just not gonna really, I'm gonna not really pay attention to the van videos. You guys are just trying to annoy me now. But don't, if I, if I don't respond, you guys won't. It won't work. So eventually, you won't do it. You know. It's just like when people, it's just like when guys call you gay, and you don't like them. You just don't respond, and guess what? They'll eventually stop it because they realize that like, oh, when we call him gay, he really doesn't like it because he's not like responding. So we'll just stop calling him that, you know. Uh, it's just one of those psychological things you learn in life, you know. You're you're big. Screw them. Burn one. Jermaine studies the money trail. Yes, yes, yes. You gotta get that money, y'all. They do it for reaction. I know they do. I'm just gonna like leave them alone now. Our black sister living in a van. Yep, yep, yep. That's good. You guys are saying some pretty mean things down here. Like rob them in the alley. Like, come on, bro. Like that's so not cool. How much did you make this month? You guys know I don't say how much money I make. No, I don't say how much money I make. The reason why I don't is because I'm gonna tell you the reason why I don't. Because I'm too out in the open. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it for views. I'm too out in the open. And I sort of want to keep playing along with the stereotype. Like I sort of want to be that. Oh, it's just a dude with dreadlocks, like that rides a skateboard. Like I kind of want to keep playing those cards because if I play those cards, like, you know, it's kind of like living low key. I can really see who's real and who's fake. You know, that's kind of how I do it. That's too personal. No, it's not too personal. I think if I actually did say how much money I made, it would cause some problems. So that might maybe that's saying something, cause like maybe people would figure out like what I'm doing, or maybe people would figure out that like this is what I should do, or maybe I don't know. Like I don't want to really say that. Like certain things I want to share, certain things I don't want to share. Just be the old Jermaine doing caviar. Oh yes, 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 yes. You should be flexing on YouTube. I flex in a whole different way. If I flex, yo, you probably won't even know I'm flexing. Yo, keep your finances personal. I don't necessarily think that you have to keep it all personal. I mean, maybe if I didn't live in this neighborhood, I would feel different about it. Maybe if I didn't hang out in the TL, I wouldn't feel so much. I wouldn't feel bad about it. you know, we flex in a whole different way. You say 65 countries flex. Yeah, that's how we flex. I don't flex with a car. See, that's why I won't move back to Memphis, yo. See, that's why I won't move back to Memphis, and that's why I'm looking to get out of the country because see when I go back home, it's hard for me to be myself because being myself ain't flexing like how people be flexing back home. You know what I mean? So like like if I go back home, like I'm a goon basically. Like I'm just I'm a goon. Like I would be considered some like I would, you know what they would call me? I was gonna be real. I don't want to be racist, But they don't call me a black ass Jew if I come back home. Because people gonna be like, yeah, well, we know you got money, but you don't spend money. And it's not the fact that like I don't spend money, because I definitely spend money. I definitely spend money. I just don't spend money on flashy things. I spend money on things that make me money. Okay? And if it can't make me money and if I can't write it off of my business, well, I'm not gonna be so I'm not gonna be so fast on buying it, right? I'm not gonna be so like I'm not gonna be so fast on buying it, right? Couple things. What business? What business? Drum is a money holder. Consumers go crazy when you don't consume. I know. Yes. 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 You got to be a consumer, yo. I mean, come on, think about it. If I'm sitting around here, if I make a YouTube video talking about how I, saved $100,000, right? People would think that's cool, right? But if I made a video saying how I just blew $100,000, what do you think will get more views? What do you think will get more views? The video of me blowing $100,000 is gonna get way more views. So if that's gonna get more views, basically what I'm doing is wrong. That's what I'm doing is wrong, and I've sort of realized that. Come on, Jermaine, that's not all the way true. That's people everywhere, not just Memphis. People are worse as far as spending on unnecessary things in bigger cities. I don't know. I think that can go both ways. I'm gonna have to stop you on that. I think that can go both ways, yo. I think that can go both ways. I don't know if I ever told y'all the whole $20 analogy thing. How many shoes? I got hella shoes. I mean, but once again, like I spend money. Like I don't just. I'm not the type of person that like, oh, I'm just not gonna spend anything. No, I save a lot of money. I do. I save a shit ton of money. But if I want to buy something, like I'll definitely go buy whatever I want. What are your thoughts on Shopify stock? Shopify is freaking expensive, yo. That's my thoughts on Shopify. I mean, Shopify. I guess it can continue to grow. People calling Jermaine a money hoarder are like Bernie Sanders supporters. Bernie is bad. People love Bernie out here, yo. Will you ever hit 1 million subs? No, you gotta have the right type of channel. Not every channel is scalable for 1 million subs. You have to, if you want to get 1 million subs, the current events is one way, and going after young people is probably gonna be the easiest way, because that's so many young people are on YouTube, and they're on YouTube like all day, watching videos. Older people, they have to work. They have to do stuff, But like young kids, man, they'll be on YouTube all freaking day. They ain't got jobs. Because of Jermaine, 10,000 richer. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. You must buy some stock or something. You can tap into the minimalism vlog market. I did not do. I used to make a lot of stuff talking about minimalism. I never did good with minimalism. Never did good with minimalism, yo. Are you shadow banned? I'm not shadow banned. Not that I know of. Yep. I think I also didn't do good with veganism, and I also didn't do good with minimalism. But once again, minimalism is a tough one to push in a country that is consumption driven. Our country is very consumption driven. And once again, like, remember how I said, like, you guys are saying like I don't spend money. Well, if I don't spend money, like I just got two iPhones, yo, two iPhone minis. So like for someone who don't spend money, for someone who's frugal, well, why do you have two brand new 5G iPhones? I spend money on things that make me money, yo. you know, I spend money on things, just maybe we don't play by the same rules. maybe I will talk about. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll make a video talking about how much money I spent in this city. My current rent, I think it's like $1,200 or something. I don't even know exactly. Isn't that crazy? I don't even know exactly how much my rent is. Is it studio, bathroom, kitchen? No, it's a house. Gee, I miss your cooking videos, but I don't cook anymore. I cook the same thing over and over, so this is not a weed pen. No, it's an Apple Pencil. I bet you guys thought I was holding a weed pen the whole time. No, it's an Apple Pencil. 1,200 is it still? Yeah, 1,200. Somewhere around there. What made you become vegetarian? But I'm vegan. I just got tired of eating. I got tired of eating dead ass eggs, yo. But going vegan can fuck up your sex drive. Did I just say that? I did just say that. Jermaine, thanks for these loves. Is getting me through boring quarantine times. Man, just looking out this window is just depressing. Because I'm just looking down the street here, like I don't want to just show y'all, cause see, if I show you guys this, you don't know you don't know where I am, you know. I mean, obviously, I am in a neighborhood that would have a building this tall, but you know what? Guess what? Am I even this tall, or am I on a hill? I just said that to kind of throw you guys off, so you don't exactly know where I am. I could be on a hill, or I could be not on a hill. You know, I like to say things that'll throw you off. You know. How can going vegan fuck up your sex drive? I was told the other opposite. Okay, so the reason why I say going vegan can fuck up your sex drive, I don't think I ever admitted this, but like most people won't go through this. Most people won't have this problem because most people won't be bouncing around like me. But like in San Francisco right now, I'm totally cool because I'm just eating constantly. Like I'm eating food, right? But when I travel, that's when they be fucking up my sex life. Because when I travel, I'll go to a new place and I don't eat the same way because I'm in a new place and like I gotta find new food, you know. So I'm in a new place. This typically only doesn't happen in big cities. It happens in like little small ass African fucking towns. Eastern Europe, Asia. Happens less in Asia because Asia they use walks and you can put things out in walks. It happens when you leave the city because when you leave the city, it's just less options, you know. So I mean, women wouldn't really have this problem because women don't have this problem. But yeah, I mean, if you don't eat, you know what I mean. Like if you just go long periods of time without eating, you'll realize that like, it's really hard to get it up, you know, because you're like your body needs to eat. But I definitely don't have this problem in America because I don't like I'm not gonna be starving myself for like days because even if I'm not in San Francisco, there's plenty of there's plenty of vegan options, yo. Like go to Taco Bell, like anywhere in the country, and I could like survive. And that would be like a bad option. There's better options, you know. Like Chipotle would be much better than Taco Bell, and there's a lot of Chipotles like all around America, you know. And those are just two places I named, you know. You can go to Asian restaurants all day and get really good vegan options, you know. Just white rice, steamed vegetables, tofu on the side, you know, like or a Mediterranean restaurant, really easy. Like it in the US it's kind of easy, but like once again, once you get like in some of these countries where like, you know, they don't have good internet and it's just not, you know what I mean? Like it's just it's different, you know. Once you reach your financial goals, will you continue to stay at hostels or do Airbnb apartments when you travel? Um, I think I would still do hostels. I think I would still do hostels because Airbnbs aren't so great when you're traveling alone. If you're traveling with someone, Airbnb is cool. But if you're traveling alone and you're staying in an Airbnb, it's really hard to meet people because an Airbnb is probably gonna be away from like the city center. You know what I mean? Like when I was in Botswana, right? I was in Botswana and I stayed at this Airbnb. I loved the Airbnb. The Airbnb was nice. It was a really cool little house, right? The host picked me up from the bus stop because I had no idea how I was gonna get to from the bus stop to her place. You know, she picked me up, you know, dropped me off, and I ended up staying there for like I think I stayed there for like a week, right? And guess what? It was so freaking lonely, yo. It was so lonely because once again, the Airbnb was like at a house, and that house was at in a random neighborhood. So I stayed there, and I could get to the city center, but it would take like 30 minutes, like in a taxi, like going the whole way. So like I could get to the city center, but like it wasn't like I mean, it wasn't like bars, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it. I didn't really find much to do like as a single person. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I would have stayed at a hotel or a hostel, and let's say the hotel or a hostel has you know has a restaurant or has a restaurant bar, or let's say they don't have a restaurant or a bar, right? Let's say they don't have neither. A lot of hostels or hotels, maybe they have events, you know what I mean? Like a Saturday night event where you can, you know, you can talk to other people, you know, you can link up with other people. Hotels will have less events like this, you know, hostels will have way more events like this. So I don't necessarily think I would just abandon hostels altogether. Some places I want to stay in an Airbnb. Some places I want to stay in a hostel. Like bottom line, if I know I'm gonna be in a place for like a month, right, and I want to be chilling and I want to have my own spot, Airbnb is the easy one to go to. Now, if I know I'm gonna be in a place and maybe I'll be there just for a week and I don't know anyone, maybe I can just do a hostel. Because the thing about hostels, you can you can get private rooms in a hostel, okay? Like a lot of hostels offer private rooms. You don't have like I'm not all hostels aren't just, you know, 10 beds in a room. Like tons of hostels have private rooms, yo. And also it's not just young people who stay in the hostels. Like, especially in Europe, it's very common to meet people 40 years old staying in a hostel. Very common to meet people 30, 40 years in a hostel. I would say it's more common to meet people in Europe. It's more common to meet people in hostels in over the age of 30 than almost under the age of 30, you know? What countries did you feel unsafe or felt like you were going to get kidnapped? Nicaragua was a country I felt a little off in. I definitely got issues. I'm in a relationship with someone who is opposite of me with low sex drive. I need to get out and meet more people. Low sex drive. I mean, I don't think I would have this problem now because, like, in the U.S., like, I eat all the time. Just depends. Like, it really depends. Like, you can't say like it happens to everyone. You know, loneliness sucks. Traveling is the cure. Yes, traveling is the cure, yo. SF house price did not drop. They are still expensive. Cheapest house still like 1 million. Yeah, but like the housing pricing and rental pricing are they don't go the same. Do you think SF will bounce back in 1 year? Hell no. Nah. Nah. SF is not gonna bounce back in 1 year. SF is just gonna be. It's gonna be a different city. That's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be what it was before. I don't know if it's gonna be a better place in the future or if it's gonna be a worse place. But it's just not gonna be what it was before. You know, it's just gonna change up and be something else. I think the Chinese are gonna come. That's what I think is gonna happen. I mean, that's just me. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but I think they're gonna come because who else can come? You got companies leaving left and right. You got millionaires, billionaires leaving left and right. Who else can come, yo? China can come. Jermaine, come to SF way better than come to LA way better than SF. Hi, greetings from Mexico City. I like your dreadlocks. That's what's up. Are they gonna be homeless in SF too? Oh, you mean when the Chinese get here? I don't know. They're still gonna be homeless. I think they'll probably still be homeless when the Chinese get here. Because I don't think the homeless is ever gonna go away in the city, yo. Like I don't think it'll ever go away because it's been here for so long already. Like it's already been here for like 40 fucking years. So you mean to tell me, or 50 years, it's been homeless people all over the city. So you mean to tell me you think it's gonna go away in 1 year? I mean, come on, you gotta be realistic here. I mean, something that's been going on for 50 years, you're gonna stop it in 1 year? Like, how you gonna stop it? Like, we'll just start giving them all money? Like, start giving them $200-300? You are way better weather. Way better weather, yo. Jermaine, can you help me get dreadlocks like you? I'm currently bald. You funny. I'm trying to think of how I should answer that question. Way more fun. Homeless ain't going anywhere in Cali. No, I don't think they're going anywhere. I think it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse because it's gonna be less money, yo. How bad is San Francisco? What are your thoughts on it and why? How bad is San Francisco? So the thing about is SF is it's a grade A city. That's what it is. And locals don't want to hear that. Locals want to think of the city as if it's this little town that no one knows about. That's what locals think of the city. They think of it as a little town that no one knows about. When in reality, it's a big city that everybody has heard about and everybody's talked about, right? But locals are just like, oh yeah, it's a little town. Everybody's seen it. Everybody wants a part of it. Once again, let me repeat that again. Everybody has seen it and everybody wants a part of it. Like even with all these homeless folks going on, why do you think the real estate prices are so high? Because people really want a part of it, right? And then another thing local people always say is because it used to be cool, right? It used to be cool if you can relate with that, but most new people can't relate with that. And once again, what is used to be cool? Like what is that? Like if you can't relate with it, you can't relate with it. You know what I'm saying? Most people can't relate with it. When they say SF used to be cool, when I hear that, I think of maybe people would come together more. Maybe people would talk more. Maybe you would see like happy people in the city. Maybe you would see couples walking in the city happy. You would see people smiling and holding hands. Don't really see that as much. I mean, I see it, but like I'm just trying to envision what the city used to look like. Was it more loving? Was it just more real? Right? That's what I'm trying to envision. But once again, I can't envision that because I wasn't around to see it. And once again, I'm not holding a vape pen. This is an Apple Pencil. SF was cool, but post-COVID, no, it's cool. New Orleans has tax breaks. to film production companies and better tech opportunities. Oh yeah, people love North SF. People love North Face. Yep. Hippies, not techies. SF haven't been cool since the 90s. I mean, I think SF is cool in its own way. I mean, I think it's cool in its own way. SF doesn't have any culture anymore. I'm 37, been here my whole life. Once they moved all the blacks out in the Western District, it lost a lot of soul. I definitely heard that. I've definitely heard that. I had a period of low sex drive because I watched porn for years. When I finally found the girl of my dreams, I effed her brains out. She had multiple orgasms. Only problem is I couldn't come. I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh at that or not. I got a dirty mind there. My bad. So what's wrong with SF? A lot of homeless. Or what's wrong with it? It's a lot of homeless here. I miss a lot of homeless. The culture moved to Oakland. The culture moved to Oakland. I don't know, man. Oakland's different. Oakland is very different. It's very, very different. I forget Oakland exists. Like, no joke. I forget Oakland exists. I'm pretty sure folks over in Oakland probably forget the city exists. But Oakland is. I don't mean to say anything bad about Oakland, but Oakland's mad bougie, yo. Like the city is bougie in its. The city is bougie in its own way. It's bougie in its own way. It's bougie on another level. Oakland is bougie in its own way. It's bougie in its own way, you know? Like, it's kind of how it is, you know? Is Oakland more diverse? Oakland is. You definitely see more color in Oakland. And what I mean by more color in Oakland, you see a lot more black people in Oakland. You see a lot more. I don't see as many Latinos in Oakland, but I definitely see a lot of Asians in Oakland. Lots of Chinese in Oakland. Lots of Arabs. I see a lot of Arabs in Oakland. You know, you be seeing them. You know, the sheets. You know, people walking around with the sheets and stuff. I be seeing them in Oakland. You don't know. I hardly ever see sheets in the city. Like, hardly ever. Like, in the East Cut, wherever they got BMRs, you're gonna see some. Like, East Cut, I see a bunch of sheets over there. But I don't want to say sheets. That's wrong. I meant the 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 religious attire. That's what I should call it. Yeah. Oakland, good for skateboarding, walking. You need a car. You can do skateboarding, walking, and a car in Oakland. But I don't know. Just Oakland is. I don't know. Like me, like I want to live in action, yo. If I move to New York, I want to live in Manhattan. Like, I don't want to live in the Bronx. Like, I don't want to live in Brooklyn. I want to live in Manhattan. If I move to New York, like, I don't want to live in no Jersey. So that's kind of how the person I am. You know what I mean? Like, if I live in the Bay Area, I want to live in the city. I don't want to live in no Mountain View. I don't want to live in. I don't want to live in no Marin. I don't want to live in no Tiburon. Like, I want to live in the freaking city, yo. Like, I don't want to live nowhere else. And that's kind of how I am, you know. Racist much. I mean, I wasn't like I think anybody who I wasn't trying to use it in a racist way. That's why I said sheets, because I didn't know what you call the things that they wear. Like, come on, like, you know what people would call my hair? They would say, "Oh, it's the black guy with the ropes in his head," like, because they don't know they don't know the dreadlocks. Like, they just say ropes, right? Like, yeah, they get what I'm saying. Like, you want Turbines. Turbines, when I think of turbines, I was thinking of the things on the windmill, to produce the energy, it blow in the wind, like, that's what I was thinking, yo. Yeah, people need a burqa, but I thought the burqa was the thing that actually covers the woman's face. I thought that was the burqa. I didn't think this in the top thing, isn't that hijab or something like that? Like I have been in some Muslim countries. Like, if y'all want to be super turbines, turbines. That's what I was thinking. Like the things on the freaking windmill producing the energy. Man, they produce like very little energy, yo. Very little energy. That shit ain't even worth it. They spin the rain white. Yeah, they spin the rain. Totally, everyone's covering their face. I know it nowadays. Nowadays, you gotta cover your face. We all doing the same thing they doing, yo. They're loud as fuck, too. They mad loud, yo. They're mad loud. They make crazy shadows. Like shadows in the air, like when it's spinning. Uptown New Orleans is the price for Action magazine sheets. Lots of retail shops started. Soho and NYC is nice. What do you think of the SFFD? That's not what I usually say. SFFD. Wow, that's like a tongue twister. I'm more used to saying SFPD, not SSFD. I'm lost. I don't know what to say about them. They're the fire department. They rescued me from an elevator one night. I was over there on 1200 Gough Street. I went to go drop off Uber Eats delivery to my customer. She ordered a little bag of hot Chinese food. Yo. I went to go deliver her food, knocked on her door like this. She came to the door. I gave her the food. I said, bye-bye. She said, have a good night. I got back on the elevator. Elevator went down. I pressed the button. I pressed L. Ding. Elevator went down. Elevator got to floor 7. Elevator made some noises. I was like, question mark. Minutes later, I'm stuck in between, 7th and 6th floor. I'm stuck. Hour plus. I called the fire department. They came in with the axe. They hit something. They said, 2. It wasn't loud. It was like 2. And when they hit it, I was like 5 minutes later, they came pull me out. I said, I'm free. I remember Jermaine was pissed. I was pissed, and I had to take a piss. That's why I was pissed. Like, I was like, when I got in the elevator, I had to take a piss. Yo. Like, that's the thing about doing these delivery jobs sometimes, yo. That's the thing about doing delivery jobs, yo. Like, sometimes you just, like, have to pee. And you just don't go because you're like, I can always go to the next place. I can always go to the next place. Yeah, and until you get stuck in the elevator, and then you really got to pee, yo. How are the police there? Are they hostile or friendly? Hey, that's another reason why I won't leave San Francisco. Because, see, the thing about America, yo, is I don't know if a lot of people figure this out. I don't know if a lot of people put 2 and 2 together, but, like, San Francisco and New York, they're not exempt to this, okay? I'm going to say this before I even tell the story, okay? San Francisco and New York are not exempt to this. People still die in San Francisco and New York, right? But the part I'm trying to get to you, the part I'm trying to get to y'all is this here. So, like, living in the city, I'm always concerned about like how cops are in other parts of the country, because I'm always watching videos, and what do I see videos online? I see videos of black men getting killed by cops, right? And it's usually like, black men usually getting killed by a white cop. Usually, every now and then maybe it's a cop of a different race, but usually it's like a white cop, right? So what do? I like sit down and watch these videos, and when I make these videos, I like to make my own consumptions, because some people will say, all cops. Let me rephrase this. Some black people will say all cops are bad. All white cops are bad. All of them. All of them. Now, that might still be the same black person that has a white girlfriend. You know what I mean? So, like, how can you say all white cops are bad, but then you dating a white chick? You know, I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying, right? So, like, how can you say, like, all cops are bad when, I don't know, I kind of forgot where I was going now. I kind of forgot where I was going now. I don't know. I forgot. Yeah, no. So I think I was talking about. So how can you say all cops are bad when like I was talking about? Oh, I forget. I know what I was talking about. Cops and other places around the country. So like, I'll watch videos, right, and I'll look at videos and be like, let's just come up with a reason why I think that he did this, right? You know what the reason that I come up with a lot? Now, once again, this is just my own thoughts that I have. A lot of times when I look at the people that I kill, the black people that I kill, it's they're resisting. Okay, hear me out before you click off this video. Okay, the cops say something like, "Put your hands on the steering wheel," and like the black person is just like, "No, I don't want to do it," right? And the cops like, "Do it," and they're like, "No, I don't want to do it," and then one thing leads to another, right? So resisting is a big thing. Also, another thing that I noticed, I don't know if a lot of people, I'm probably gonna piss some people off. It's like a certain type of black person. This is not exempt, but it's like a certain type of black person that cops go after a lot. It's like this person that is rebellious and this person that it's not like everybody, but I'm just putting this out here. But it's like this, it's this certain attitude that they just go after, yo. Now, as I'm saying this, there has been, other black people who you would think that maybe the cops wouldn't just pull out their gun and shoot and kill them because, damn, that black guy's a little whitewashed. But then they still get killed too. So like, whenever I sit around and look at videos like this, I sit around and I'm like, well, damn, I'm really not safe in most places in America if I have a car. Because a lot of these incidents, like almost 99% of these incidents involve some sort of auto stop, like some sort of car stop, like some sort of like you pull me over, like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, you're doing that, right? And in the city, I see someone says no red lights. So in the city, it's a little bit different because, yeah, the cops could mess with you for running a red light in the city. But San Francisco, that's kind of that's considered a petty crime, and they don't go after people for petty crimes because think about it. If you went after people for petty crimes, you could just go after who you wanted to go after running the red light for a petty crime, okay? Think about this, right? There's tons of people that ride bikes in the city, but you can just go after the people you want to go after. And you know what? For the most part, they still do it in San Francisco. But the cool thing about, or I don't want to just say this and be wrong here, but what I've noticed in the city is it's almost like the cops do the opposite. It's almost like the police do the opposite, right? It's almost like instead of them going after the person that's doing something wrong, it's like they go after the person that's doing something wrong, but they go after the person that's doing something wrong and they make an example out of that person. So, for example, this is one thing. A couple things I noticed in the city multiple times. So I have seen people get pulled over for running red lights, right, on bikes and on scooters. But there only have been people who are dressed up. There only have been people who are dressed up, right? They've only been people who they're dressed up, like in a suit, Like it was one guy I saw. He was riding. He was wearing a suit, like straight fresh suit. This was way before the pandemic, and he got pulled over for running a red light. And like I run that red light like all the time, and there's police there. Like some red lights, I will run in front of the police like all the time. Like just won't stop. Like even if they're there, like because I know that they're not going to do anything, especially on this light. You run those red lights. It's like a pedestrian crosswalk on Market Street in between 7th and 8th. I like never stop at that light. The reason why I never stop at that light because I don't care if it's people coming or not. I don't want to stop at that light because I don't want to make the I don't want to get used to stopping at the red light there because that's a real fucked up neighborhood. If I get used to stopping at that red light in the daytime, I might stop at that red light at night and I might get jacked, right? So like, just don't ever stop at that shit, you know. But then at the same time, some lights like you can do that because there's no cars coming and you can see if there's people walking. So like you can get away with that, with people, not literally with people, but understand what I'm saying, you know. But some places are just like that, it's just dangerous. It's not because of the cars, it's because of the freaking yeah. Run a red light, hitting a bong, and poo on the same corner. Oh yeah. Yeah, you caught alive. Don't try that in Texas. Don't try anything in Texas, y'all. Don't try anything. Like I'm not. Believe me, I don't want to come to Texas, yo. No, Texas is a little too strict. Just because Elon Musk is going there, don't mean I want to go there and live. If I come to Texas, I want to come over there and colonize that bad boy. Bring the homeless people, man. Bring the triple digit rent prices. I'll tell you, I want to come colonize Texas. Y'all make it just like California. Bring the hippies, bring the homeless folks, bring the electric vehicles, bring all the stupid, ridiculous fucking California laws, yo. Come on, everybody can make $60 an hour if you work for the city, yo. We'll start you off at $60 an hour, yo. Come on, it's the California way, yo. It's the California way. Texas think this is gonna be cool, man. Texas ain't gonna be so cool, yo. Texas is hot as fuck, yo. People gonna burn up in Texas when they move from California. People think, oh, I'm getting a bigger house. I'm getting a bigger house. Dummy, don't you know a bigger house don't make you happy? Don't you know a bigger house don't make you happy? Like, no. No, a bigger house, a house don't make a home. Okay? A house don't make a home. So, yeah, before you run away from California, oh, I'm about to be rich in Texas. But guess what? A house don't make a home, yo. You gotta get that right before you move to Texas. Don't come over here with heat like that. Bro, believe me, I ain't coming to Texas, dude. Look, I will go to Tennessee before I go to Texas, bro. Like Nashville all day. Like, it's not that I'm hating on Texas, but like, I don't know. Like, if I would have went to Texas, I would have did it already. Just like if I would have went to New York, I would have did that shit already, yo. Like I'm a California boy now. I love California, man. I can't say boy. That don't sound right? Jermaine, we wearing a cowboy hat and boots. I'm just thinking, what would I look like with cowboy hat and boots? Most people move to Texas, never move. Probably like, I like CA boys. Yeah, I guess CA boys are different than Texans. I don't care how big the house is. It's still in Texas. Oh, I see. What would look good? I know. Maybe I think I would pick Arizona. I think I'd pick Arizona or Vegas. The reason I know it's super hot in Arizona and Vegas, but the thing that I do like about Arizona and Vegas, I like the architect and the structures that they build in that part of the country. That's one thing I do not like about Tennessee. I do not like the whole. I don't like the houses that they build. I don't like the whole. That's like traditional American. Like I do not like that. I like contemporary. And they build hella contemporary houses in the western part of the country. Jermaine is stuck in Cali. Yup. Vegas, lots of shade with big buildings on the strip. You can cool off with alcohol. Yes, yes, yes. Stay put. You're in the best place now. Your family moving to Texas for jobs? They don't like it very much. AZ is blazing in the summer, but the winter is great. I would imagine it's blazing in the summer, yo. Jermaine, are you gonna get the vaccine? I mean, I'm down for the vax. I'm down for it. I'm down for it, yo. The vax is cool. The vax is cool, man. Yeah, the vax is cool. Yeah, let's get the vax. The vax is cool. Yeah. The vax is cool. My grandma always says if he wins the lottery, I'm moving to Vegas. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thanks for living on California, Jermaine. I'm a California girl. Yes. I'm very good. I'm very concerned about California in the future, though. Very concerned with California in the future because it's just something to think about. Like, what will happen to this great state that I love so much? With so much, California will be all right. Yeah, I guess so. There's lots of cookie cutter houses going up here, California. Refugees are moving up southwest. Hippie here. Lots of meals. Oh, so they're moving up north, huh? Just pay your taxes in California, you'll be fine. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got Disneyland, man. We do got Disneyland. I'm late. What's up, Germ? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having a random live stream tonight. I'm like really tired because I don't know, like I had the street sweeper waking me up and then I was awake like half of the night after the garbage truck. It wasn't the street sweeper. The street sweeper is tomorrow night. But the street sweeper is not as bad because if there's no cars there, if all the cars are gone, the street sweeper goes by really fast. The last time I think I slept through this, I slept through this street sweeper. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super tired right now. I'm just trying to stay awake till like 11 o'clock, which is another 2 hours. Because if I stay awake till 11 o'clock, I'll probably like wake up at like 4, and then I'll just be awake from 4, and then just be awake, be awake at like 4 in the morning. But then if I wasn't live and I just pass out now, bet I'm gonna wake up at like 1 a.m. and it's gonna be something like loud that's gonna freaking wake me up. And I'm going to be awake from like 1 to like 4 in the morning, right? And then I'm going to go to sleep at like 4 and then get up at like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something, like just off again. So like if I stay awake late, stay awake till like 11, 12, maybe I can sleep like all night, I don't know. I just feel like drunk all day, like when you feel like you got a hangover, like you just don't feel like 100, and it's because it's the sleep thing, I wake up every time at 4 a.m. to go pee. I'm like mad tired. I think I'm gonna get ready to end the stream, No, I have to like fight and stay awake for another couple hours. Like, how do I do that? Earplugs, does not work when you have a garbage truck, like banging things. Loudest thing that happened here is Coyotes 2 a.m. But they don't always. Oh, I see. Eat some ice cream. I don't have any ice cream right now. For Valium. Ooh, Valium. Could probably find lots of that right here in my neighborhood. Probably find all sorts of drugs right here in my neighborhood. The other day, on the weekends we have lots of tourists coming to the city, right? It's so easy to tell tourists. It's so easy to tell tourists. You know why? Because a couple things give tourists away. One thing that kind of gives tourists away is your clothes are too new. Like everything's brand new that you got on. That's like a dead giveaway that you don't live around here. Because if you live around here, you're probably not gonna just randomly wake up one day and say, I'm just gonna wear everything brand new, right? You're probably not gonna do that with like you and like two other people, right? So that's like a dead giveaway, right? And you can tell because they're in certain neighborhoods and someone's getting out of a car, walking over, talking to the sketchy folks, and then they're walking back over to the car. And this is so obvious because the people in the car, they all look the same, right? But then the people on the street, they all look like, like they're on the street, look like they've been on the street for a couple of days. Like they look all dirty and grummy and look like they own some shit, you know what I mean? The people who just came here, they just look all clean and you can tell they looking to score some drugs, And it's like, oh yeah, these are some of the folks that come to the city and get fucked up, and hopefully they leave the city and go back to where they came from and they're still driving their car, Hopefully they don't just get stuck here, hopefully they don't get their car towed, right? And they wake up and they have to pay $600 to get their car out, and then they spend the night on the street because they got their car towed and they didn't have the money to get their car out. So now they're on the street for like 2 days. And then now that they're getting used to the street, and then now they've been on the street a week, right? And then their car is long gone because shit, if you didn't have $500 to get your car out the first day it was towed, how are you gonna come up with the money 10 days later? You know what I mean? When that price is even higher, you know what I mean? So like, I see a lot of this in the city, yo. I see a lot of depressing shit in the city. On the street. Yeah, dude, people sleep on the street all day. Like everybody you see on the street is not homeless. Like the other morning, I remember seeing this lady on the street, and bullshit you not, I don't think she was homeless at all. I think maybe she got locked out and she just slept on the street. Because it's so like people sleep on the street all the time, yo. Like I've totally heard of people like especially dudes. Like I got locked out of the house, so I slept on the street. And it's like, oh, how else are you gonna get in the house? Like how else are you gonna get in? Stop calling them bums. I didn't call them bums. Like I'm trying to. What do you mean stop calling them bums? Like I'm trying to distinguish. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Wait till SF gets rid of all their police. Locked out. People need to pay the rent. No, not everybody's locked out. Like, just think about this. Think about if you lost your key on a Friday night at 10 o'clock. You lost your key to your building. How are you going to get in your building if your landlord is not there? Like, how are you going to do that? It's 10 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday night. How are you going to get in your building? Now, of course, you could call up a locksmith, right? But if you ain't got the money to call up a locksmith, how are you going to get in your building if you don't see anyone else coming out of your building? Maybe if you see someone else coming out of your building, they see you, they'll let you in the building. But once again, now you're just in the building. At least you can sleep on the hallway, right? At least it's not like you're sleeping outside on the street. Go to a friend or family member's house. But the thing is, in the city, people don't have that. Like, that's what people don't have. Like, people don't have friends and family because you just moved here from somewhere else. Like me right now, if I got locked outside, like of my place, well, I could probably, bang on the windows and get someone to open the door and let me in. But let's say I couldn't do that. Let's say I lived in a building and I couldn't do that. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a little bit different with me because a lot of people know me. I could just be like, yo, I don't know. I could just probably go a lot of places and be like, look, I'm locked out of my place. Can I go stay with you? I think I would have a little bit more options. But like, let's say if I didn't have options, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do if I got locked out. Like, I don't know what I would do. I mean, what if my phone was already dead? You know? You can't call your brother or mother for some money for a hotel. Well, yeah, that's what I would do. But like, I would get a locksmith. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Like, but think about this. What if you didn't have a wallet? What if you didn't have a wallet? Because I mean, yeah, you guys are saying like go get a hotel. Yeah, I could do that. Like I could get a hotel. But what if I didn't have a wallet? And then let's just make it even worse. Like, what if you didn't have a cell phone? What if you got locked out and you didn't have a cell phone? Or what if I was just walking back home and I got robbed for everything and I didn't have a cell phone or a wallet? Then what? You know what I mean? Like things could things could get bad. No one knows anybody. Well, even if you did know someone, you wouldn't necessarily know someone's phone number. Because think about that. Like, so in the you say go to the then go to the doorman in your building. But see, every building don't have a doorman. That would definitely work. Go to the doorman in your building. But every building doesn't have a doorman. Church, any place on the street. So actually, I don't know if I told you guys this, but like this actually happened to me. This actually happened to me. You guys will not believe this. I got a great story for y'all right now. Perfect. This happened to me when I went to the Netherlands. Yes, this happened to me when I went to the Netherlands. I flew into Amsterdam. I was so excited, right? It was a place that I could leave my backpack, right? Because I had two backpacks. I had a bigger one, I had a smaller one. It was a place I could leave my backpack. So I would leave my backpack in the airport. And then I was going to go straight and hit the town, right? I was going to go straight to the Bulldog. The Bulldog, if you don't know if you ain't familiar with Amsterdam, the Bulldog is it's a weed dispensary. It's one of the popularest ones in Amsterdam. It's really close. So I went straight to the Bulldog. I was like, yeah, I think I had just left Croatia or somewhere. I was Eastern Europe, right? I was showed up to the Bulldog. I was there for like 30 minutes, right? And then I had to hit up my homegirl because my homegirl lived in Rotterdam. So you got Amsterdam, you got Rotterdam, or you got the dams, right? So I take the last train down to Rotterdam. Get down to Rotterdam. I had been messaging my friend. Get down to Rotterdam, and my friend didn't answer the phone. Okay, something cool. She sent me her address so I can just go to her house, right? I get to her house, and it's the type of house that like I can't just go knock on the door because it's like multiple places. So I get all the way to her house, and like she still is not answering the phone, right? And at this time, it's like 12:30. It's 12:30. I get back to the train station. I had just missed the last train, right? Just missed the last train, yo. So I'm just like, oh shit, this sucks. Like I'm in a foreign country and I'm like lost. But you know what? It wasn't that big of a deal because check this out. It ain't no homeless people out there. it ain't no homeless people, right? Did I say that correctly? Did I offend anyone? But it was no homeless people, right? So like, I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? Well, you say throw stones, but I didn't know what window to throw stones to. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So she lived I think she lived like 6 miles from. No, she lived 8 miles from downtown, and this was at this time I think it was like 1:30 or 2 in the morning. So I was like, what I'm gonna do, because I was in Rotterdam, I needed to get back to Amsterdam. But what I was gonna do was just wait till the next train at 5 in the morning So I was just gonna like walk like 8 miles to the downtown, walk around the downtown in the middle of the night, and then like I was gonna catch the next train at like 5 in the morning and go back to Amsterdam, right? Well, I could have, yeah, book a hotel. I could have booked a hotel, but I was gonna have to book a hotel in downtown anyway because there was like no hotels in the area where I was at. It was a casino. I actually remember going to a casino. I actually remember going to a casino, getting on a slot machine, playing. Like I think I played like €2 worth of freaking the slots, right? Because I was like, well, shit, like I'm like locked out, lost. I mean, let's just go to the casino because it was like a casino like right next to the train station, and I went to the casino to get change. And when I went to get change, I was like, well, shit, let's just go ahead and play. Like I might get lucky. I might win a house in this joint, over here in Europe. So like I went to the casino, played, lost some money, came back out, and then I went for the walk, right, the long walk. So I went all the way to I walked like maybe halfway there, right? I went like halfway there, and then and then I'm reading the comments. I'm kind of thinking about what you guys are saying. So I went halfway there, and then she called me in the middle of the night. She called me at like 3. She was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I like passed out." She's like, "I'm so sorry. Where are you?" And I was like, I'm like 40 minutes away. I'm like walking. I like got there in like 10 minutes or something. It was cool. It was all cool. Oh my gosh. And then I remember like I like passed out because I was so tired because I like just flew. I just flew from like Croatia and like I was like all beat and took the train all the way down there, and then I was walking like 10 miles in her freaking neighborhood. And yeah, with no food or nothing. So I did have food. I had plenty of food before I left. I had plenty of food before I left Amsterdam. I think I had Mexican food. It was like the worst Mexican food I think I ever had in my life, yo. Yeah, people in the Netherlands, they don't make good Mexican food. Is she the one that you like? No, she wasn't the one I like. I mean, this chick, I met her in Israel. This is a girl I met in Israel. I think she had dreadlocks or something like that from the Israeli videos. Yeah, she went back to Amsterdam. The girl I like, she lived in Slovakia. Slovakia. Funny and sad, he doesn't eat the country's own food that he travels to. Well, if you're vegan, you just don't eat the same food. Man, you funny as fuck. I do funny stuff, bro. I do weird things. I need to get out of the country, man. Any I'm not making any memories like that right now. Mm-mm. I'm not making any memories like that. I'm just living life normal, and it is, yeah, this is what it's like. Turkey back on lockdown. Yes, Turkey's on lockdown. People are sneaking to Bali. They're sneaking to Bali. How are they sneaking to Bali? I'm curious. Are they sneaking to Bali like on a boat? Most people feel that way. Now during lockdown. I know. Mexican food, dude. I can't stop laughing. I'm telling you, bro. It was the worst fucking Mexican food ever, and it was like $15 for 3 tacos, and bro, them tacos was really bad. He did Chinese food in Africa. Yo, Chinese food ain't the best in Africa, yo. No, it's not so good in Africa. Enjoy watching all of your videos and past travel videos. Always love your story time. I haven't did a good story time in a minute. When was the last story time I did? I need to do one of like San Francisco. I need to do one like everything I need to do now is San Francisco based. By the way, I need to think I want to do here. Like I don't really have any just crazy stories that have happened here with like I wish I had crazy stories, but I haven't had any crazy stories that have happened. Like I wish I had some crazy sex stories to tell you from San Francisco. Like, oh, I had sex on this rooftop of this building, or you know, I did it in a tent on the Embarcadero. Like none of that. Like it's a tough place, yo. It's a tough, 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 tough place. Like people, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I think I figured out what's the problem with SF. People don't have time. That's what it is. People don't have time. That's what I really think it is. I think people don't have time because it's just like I mean, even with the pandemic going, it's just like I mean, it just doesn't matter. It's just I mean, people don't stop. They don't slow down. Like, move to London. Move to London. Move to London. Isn't London just as fast? Best thing about SF is food and restaurants. I know, but you know how it is right now with the food and restaurants. The whole vaccine is intended to transhumanize. Yeah, I know it's a whole bunch of talk like that. No, LA has better food. Be careful when you ask for SF. Be careful when you ask for dog. SF used to be hot. Yeah, I know SF used to be hot. What app do you use to find gigs? CL? Don't really use CL that much anymore because Craigslist is like you can still get action on Craigslist. You can still get action. I would say check out Facebook Marketplace because a lot of things that were on Craigslist have slowly moved to Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if this is true, but Facebook Marketplace may be free to post things. But I know in the city, Craigslist be charging like companies. They'll charge them to post ads, and they'll also charge them. Craigslist will also charge. I think they charge rental. They charge to post rentals on Craigslist, if I'm not mistaken. What dating sites? What dating sites? I use Facebook dating when I use Tinder. Facebook doesn't charge for posting. What about in the city? In San Francisco, and also in Manhattan. I think in Manhattan and San Francisco, they're the only places where they charge. Now, if you're looking for a roommate, I don't think they charge for a roommate. But if you're like if you're an agent trying to post, I think it's like $40 a post per day or something like that. Like they be charging y'all for the city. How you think Craigslist make money? Like, and ain't no ads on Craigslist. There's no ads on Craigslist. Craigslist used to make basically all of their money they used to make from prostitution. They used to make it from like women would post these ads saying, "Oh, we can hang out," and they would have like the price is 500 strawberries or something. The 500 strawberries mean $500. Craigslist used to make a grip of money off of that, and then the feds came in and said, "Look, y'all can't be doing this." He's talking about Backpage. Well, then I'm talking about Backpage before it moved to Backpage. You know, dude, virtual masks are whack. Virtual mask? Are people really wearing virtual masks? How stupid is that, yo? I mean, come on, like a virtual mask, like what? I mean, come on, like. Now we can have a safe live stream. You and I, we can talk all night because I'm wearing my mask. I'm wearing my mask, and you can't get coronavirus if I have coronavirus. You know why you can't get coronavirus if I have coronavirus? Not because I have this stupid mask on. It's because you're watching this through the internet, and coronavirus does not come through the internet. Not yet. Not yet. Yup. A couple Twicker girls be cheap. Who a fat? Our governor's FB profile. His virtual mask on him. I would never do a virtual mask. It's stupid, yo. Like, I don't know. I guess in public, like, I don't know. Mask is stupid. Mask is stupid. The only good thing I got to say about wearing a mask. The only good thing I got to say about this crap is like a couple months ago, like I like messed up a tooth, and it was so nice that like I can walk around and like wear a mask and like no one would see it. You know what I mean? That's the only good thing I got to say about wearing a fucking mask, yo. And that didn't last that long, you know. They say dating sites are dangerous. Well, they say dating sites are dangerous, but Walmart is. Grass stops the spread of airborne diseases. Yeah, but I don't know. Are you sitting close to the window? I'm not sitting that close to the window. Like, I'm not even touching the window. Like, this is an optical illusion, guys. I'm gonna show you guys how close I actually am to the window. So it looks like I'm touching the window, right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this thing and I'm gonna show you guys how far the window is from my hand. So I'm gonna stand up and not move this hand. Okay. We still got a bunch of room. This is like, my hand is like double this length from the window. So I know it looks like the window is really close, but like, it's far. I'm touching the window, but now I have this thing in my hand and I'm still not touching the window. It's so far away. So it looks like I'm out the window. No, I'm really far from the window. I'm like, it looks like I'm out of the window, but no. Look. Oh, I just hit it. I think I had it down this way though. So if I go here, I can touch it. But yeah, it's far. Goofy. Read what I said again. Let me see. Majority of people who got it are in communal spaces, live with multiple people. You don't wear a mask at home. Oh, that's true. Air conditioner may have something else. Let's see you fly, Jermaine. Okie dokie. Let's see you fly. Let's see you fly. Let's see you fly. Let's see you fly. How long are you gonna be at that apartment? I think I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna take off from the shitty Airbnb. I don't want to say shitty Airbnb because it's actually a really cool place. Like, it's a really cool place. It's a really cool house. Like, no joke. Just the room that I'm in is really noisy. It's actually a pretty cool place. Like, I kind of like it. Like, I really like it, actually. I just don't like the fact that I am waking up all the time. Can a fire truck reach you? Don't know if a fire truck can reach you. I only wear masks when I fart. But the thing is, if you can fart and smell the fart, That means that the mask is not really protecting against COVID, right? Because airborne, it's supposed to stop an airborne disease, and if it's airborne, you could smell it, right? So how's it gonna stop it? You don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Jermaine, I need your help. Where would be the best 2-week trip abroad right now? Mexico is close. Somewhere down south is close. That's all I would say. I don't exactly know what countries down south are letting Americans come in. I think like Dominic DR is letting folks in. Mexico's letting people in. Those are close places. You don't have to do quarantines. But you're always gonna you always want to check because countries change all the time. Maybe it was cool last week, but this week, is different because they got more cases, so they're like quarantined now. So you always want to check, and then even if you book your flight, you still want to keep checking like after you book your flight because once again, we are not living in normal times. Brazil is open with no restrictions. I heard Colombia is also, but I don't. Yeah, but the thing is, so Brazil is probably open with no restrictions. But then at the same time, they're not having as many tourists as they would normally have. So it's okay for some places to be open because they're not going to see as many tourists as they're once seeing. My friend caught COVID in Colombia. I got some family members right now that's got COVID, y'all. It's getting big down south, dude. The COVID. The COVIDs. DR also has a curfew. Yeah, so that's why I was saying, like, always keep track because, just because it's okay to go there today, maybe next week, maybe they'll have a curfew, maybe they have a lockdown, maybe they'll have quarantine for all people traveling in. We need to get a grip on the border. What do y'all mean we need to get a grip on the border? What's wrong with the border? Something wrong with the border? I want to swear now COVID this week. He was healthy before. Yeah, I know. A lot of people down with COVID, yo. Yeah, it's not a game, but like, I don't know. Things just don't add up. Like I was at Whole Foods earlier tonight. I'm gonna tell y'all how y'all know a store is busy. Okay, a store is busy when you go to a supermarket, right? And you look on every single aisle, and it's like 5 people on every aisle. Hey, it's too many motherfuckers in there. Like bottom line, I'm just gonna put it like that. Like my bad for dropping the F bomb, but like look, when you go someplace and you just see 5 people, like man, it was so many people in that Whole Foods. I'm just like, yo, like this just don't even feel right. Like this feel like a Whole Foods before the pandemic. He was in his late 30s. Yeah, that COVID taking folks, yo. Yeah, it's a sad thing. Like I don't know what to say about it. Like, I really don't know what to say. Like I just don't want to lose anyone from COVID. And then now every day I look up, like every day I look up right now, no joke, yo. Every day I look up, I know someone else that got COVID. No joke. Every day. Like today, I found out 3 people I know got COVID. So it wasn't even one. Like one is a pretty close family member of mine. And like I may actually go back home. But I'm thinking like, do I really want to go back home? Because I may take the COVID over there and give it to him. But then I got a homie who got the vax. So I think if I do go back home, I may actually stay with my homie who got the vax. Like I want to stay with my brother, but then at the same time, like my brother's got kids and stuff. And like I love my brother, but like my brother has kids, and I don't want to be the uncle that goes and I don't want to stay with my brother anymore because I don't want to just be the uncle that goes hang out. You know what I mean? Like tight with my brother, but like I understand like he got kids and stuff. You know what I mean? Like They got teenagers. Like I don't want to be Uncle Jermaine around. So I think I'm on. I think I might, cause I don't want to stay with my parents, especially with the COVID thing. You know. Ooh, we. So I think I may go home. May stay for a couple of days. I don't know. I may. But y'all know me. Like I'll tell y'all I'm going home, and then I might go somewhere else, and I might do that purposely to make people think that like, oh, I'm gonna be here, and then I'm not. Y'all know me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll make it seem like I'm in Selma, but like, am I really in Selma, or am I in the Tenderloin, or am I in Nob Hill? You know what I mean? Like looking out that window, it's kind of hard to tell what neighborhood I am, but like, I want people to think I'm in Selma. You know, that's the whole illusion. But like, really, y'all know how I play shit. You know, so many false positives. I've heard of a lot of false positives too. I've I've been hearing of false positives, yo. I've definitely been hearing of false positives. Whew. But I'm still not afraid. Like I'm free. I'm not like. I understand people die. Like I might die tomorrow. Like this is how it is. You know what I mean? But like I don't know. It's getting scary, yo. But I just know more and more people getting the COVID, and I know hella young people getting it too. Really liking your channel. That's what's up. What floor are you on? People always ask me what floor I'm on. People always ask me that, yo. I'm not gonna tell you what floor I am. The only floor you're gonna know that I'm on is the first floor, because that's in the video, and you see the garbage truck, and you see me laying in bed. But the reason why I actually shared that video is because I probably won't be sleeping there too much longer. If you know what I'm saying. I may not even be sleeping there tonight, if you know what I'm saying. I may be sleeping real good tonight, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. But why? Oh, why I don't like to say it? Because people can do things to you. And people can stalk you. People can try to do bad things to you. Especially in the city, you know. So that's why I don't say. Also, like, I don't know. Yeah. I just don't say. Can a homeowner kick you out after living there for years? They can. I don't think they can just do it like overnight. But they can. Non-believer, no. Optimistic, J. Media, yes. Have you ever had a stalker before? Scary as fuck. Stalkers come in different. They come in different forms. Some can be very scary. Some can be very annoying. You know, some can be. Do you consider yourself an influencer? Um, yeah, I consider myself an influencer. Yeah, I consider myself an influencer because I mean, when I see people, when people come up to me like all the time when I'm skateboarding and I hear people screaming out my name from cars, yeah, I guess you can say I'm an influencer. Yeah. I really haven't even been out that much today though. Like honestly, I've been like indoors the majority of the day, and I still had like mad people like yelling at me, "What's up, Jermaine? What's up, Jermaine?" Like it's kind of cool, y'all. It's kind of cool. I understand everybody can't deal with that. It's a different life. That's one reason why I don't want to talk about everything. That's why I don't want to talk about how much money I make. Like not seeing so many people on the street, you know what I mean? Like I just don't want to share that. Like it's just better not to. It's just better not to. The past couple of weeks, past couple of months, I really haven't been doing that much, yo. I've kind of just taking it easy. Oh, so you guys said false positives for HIV was an Australian vaccine that got scrapped immediately. What's your plans for Christmas? I don't know what I'm doing for Christmas yet. I'm thinking about going home, maybe. Stalkers can be scary as hell. 6 people. 6 people died in the vaccine trials. 4 people came up with Barley's Parsley, plus several fake positives for HIV. No thanks. Well, I don't know. Like, the, my whole thing with the vax is the vax and me taking the vax has a lot to do with, I don't know, maybe my personality. You know, I could like, obviously I could be really wrong with this, but like I just kind of like to I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of want to trust in science, and not just be like, just don't take it. You know, just be like, don't take it. But then another thing too, when I see so many people say things, don't do this and don't do that and don't do this and don't do that, it just kind of makes me want to know what's on the other side of the fence. That's really what it is. And when I see so many people saying don't take the vax, it makes me want to take the vax. Like it does. It does. It makes me want to take the vax, you know, especially when I see so many people like saying don't do it. Like it just makes me want to do it. You know, when I hear people say don't vote for Trump, shit, it makes me want to vote for Trump. You know? Like I'm just being real. Like, yo, like it just makes me like, why is Jermaine so relatable? I don't know, because I'm a real person, yo. I'm a real person. I'm a real person. Like, I don't. Psh. It's the fear of not knowing. It's the fear of not knowing. Hey, but like, I'm just gonna say this. I know, like, I don't usually like to say things like this on my channel, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say this shit. Anybody follow? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Anybody follow the vaccination? Did you guys see that viral photo that went viral today? Or was it yesterday? I thought that was so funny when I saw that. I don't really want to just talk about it too much, but I'm talking about the photo. I'm just gonna bring it up. We won't talk about it, but I'm just gonna bring it up. And I thought it was funny. I'm talking about the photo of the 2 black women. The one lady giving the other lady the vaccination. I said, "Whoa, this is a trip." I said, "This is a trip, yo." It was a video, but like I just saw like it was a like I saw lots of photos from news articles that were shared, and I was like, "Look at that! Look at that!" Obviously, black people are gonna be the hardest people to convince to take this vaccination. Yo, and then what is black media doing? Black media is tearing that shit apart, yo. Like, I want to know, like, are any black people gonna take the vaccination? Because the way black media is tearing it apart, they're like, look at the history. They did this, they did that, they did this, they did that, they did this to black men in the 70s, they did this to black men in the 80s, they did this, they did that, they did that, this, that. And I'm just sitting back thinking, like, I mean, who's gonna take them? I mean, who's gonna take this? Like, I mean, a lot of what they were saying was like, is it true you can invest in the vaccine? You can invest in Pfizer, but I don't think Pfizer is selling the vaccine. I think it's free. Like the people that are getting the vaccine, they're not paying for the vaccine. They're not paying for these shots. When they get the booster shot, they may have to pay for that. When they have to get the shot 3 months or 6 months down the road, they'll have to pay for that. But I think these shots are free because we're in a pandemic. I mean, of course, Pfizer is making money because the government is funding it. What would we do? What would we do without the government? Man, this screen hurts my eyes later. That's what's up. 28 days. Jermaine, should blacks be the first or last to take the vaccination? I don't know. The vaccine, I don't know. I don't know if they should be. Because, like, I don't know. Like, it's real hard to talk about that because like I said, it's kind of hard to talk about because it's very, it's kind of like talking about religion. Like, what exactly is true? You know what I mean? Like, what exactly is true? Like, so I don't really know. 3 ex-presidents are taking the vaccine on TV. Why so much propaganda? Yeah, but you know what everybody's saying about the 3 presidents getting the vaccination, that they're, it's probably not the same thing in the vials that they're giving to everyone else. You say keep eating greens and veggies. I don't think that's gonna just stop us from getting the virus. Just eating greens and vegetables. Yeah, that says a lot if the Pfizer CEO hasn't taken the vaccine yet. But then I don't know. That says a lot. That says a lot. But then is he just trying to save the vaccination so other people can get it? I mean, of course he's not. I mean, he's not he's not he's not taking it for a reason. But I'm gonna keep it real. If I was the CEO, I probably wouldn't take it either. Because just think, you're the CEO of the company. Why would you take it? I mean, if you die, you're gonna be gone. But if you go feed it to these doctors over here, because that's who they're giving it to first. They're giving it to doctors. They're not. I don't see them giving it to old folks first. It's all these doctors they're giving it to first. You know, in the UK they gave it to the old lady first, but I'm pretty sure they gave it to some doctors before they gave it to her, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. Like on the flip side, Trump's staff is getting it this week. I mean, the thing is, why are they even waiting to get it this week? Like, they should have already got it. Like, it wasn't like they ain't got first dibs on the shipping. You know what I'm saying? So what they waiting for? It's a good question. What they waiting for? Like, I would have think they would be the first to get it. They would have had it weeks ago. They would have had it before the FDA approved. Rush through clinical trials straight to the market. Seems legit. No thanks. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, but the question for the people who say the vaccine doesn't work, what do we do then? Do we just keep everything closed, or do we just close more things? Like, what do we do? Because, I mean, basically the cards I'm playing is I'm just playing the optimistic cards. That's what I'm doing. But I always play optimistic cards, you know? I always play optimistic. You get fake certificates. I guess you could do that. I guess you could do fake certificates. How do we know it doesn't work? I mean, Americans are afraid of their media and leaders. This is why I want to get out of the country, yo. So I want to get out of the country. Americans are very afraid of leaders, for sure. Americans are so easy to control, bro. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to control Americans, yo. It is. It's so easy to control. Like, all of them, too. All of them. And then, you know, especially in the black community, black people think that they're not being controlled. I mean, really? Y'all folks really need to wake up. Everybody in this country is being controlled, yo. Like, everybody. There is no one not being controlled. Like, even the people in power are being controlled. Everybody's being controlled, yo. People think they ain't being controlled. People think they free. It's like, really? I mean, you free to a certain degree, but, like, you still being controlled. Like, controlled by the things you see on the media, controlled by the billboards you see, controlled by the ads you see, controlled by the people in certain positions that you see and that you look up to because you see them in these positions. But then other people you don't see in positions, but guess what? To you, them folks ain't shit to you because they ain't doing nothing. I mean, let me get off here. Like, we've been chatting. I ain't trying to get too crazy on y'all tonight. I'm trying to keep it PG. Yes. We all slaves. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that we're all slaves. I would say that we are all indentured servants. I'm gonna leave it at that. The homeless on the street say they're fine. Psh, bro, I meet so many homeless people that say, I'm good, I'm straight, I'm doing better than I ever have. And I'm like, all right, you must was doing real bad before, y'all. Because right now you ain't doing great, you know what I mean? But you just never know a person's situation. Like you just never know. Same as slaves. It just got a different meaning to it, you know. Jermaine, when are you traveling again? When am I traveling again? Traveling's hard, yo. Why do you hang out with homeless people? You're homeless. What do you mean I hang out with homeless people? What do you mean I don't hang out with homeless people? What homeless people I hang out with? You say I'm super dyslexic? What did I read super backwards? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what homeless people I hang out with because I don't hang out with any homeless people. I don't really hang out with people that much in general. Freedom isn't free. You're right. You gotta pay for freedom. You have to pay for freedom. Hi, Jermaine from Switzerland. What's going on, Switzerland? What's going on, Switzerland? You guys got lots of coronavirus in Switzerland. Where in Switzerland you at? You in the north, the south, the countryside? Hey, add me on Instagram right now. I want someone to go add me on Instagram and go like a whole bunch of my photos. And if you do, like, I'll get a notification on my phone and I'll put you in the chat, yo. How did Australia get rid of COVID? Man, I don't think Australia got rid of COVID. And I'm gonna tell you how Australia and New Zealand got rid of COVID. Easy. They two countries that in the middle of nowhere and they ain't got no borders. So it's very easy to cut them off. Once again, let me repeat that. They two countries in the middle of nowhere, right? And they ain't got no borders. So it's very easy to cut off from the outside world. What do? You stop all flights and then you stop ships. And guess what? You stop the trade. Now you take a country like Germany, you can't exactly do that, right? You can't exactly just cut off. I mean, you can cut everything off, but like, you can't do it like Australia. It's so easy for Australia to do that. It's so easy for New Zealand. It's even easier for New Zealand to do it because they're a smaller country. But then what about other countries like Guam? I haven't heard shit about Guam since the whole pandemic started. I haven't heard nothing about Guam. There's a lot of little small countries, I wonder. Fiji, what about those islands? They have a lot of coronavirus cases. I don't know. It's just things out there. New Zealand letting nobody in or out. Well, yeah, I know. It's been like that. But also, they've had a 100-day lockdown. Do you know what a 100-day lockdown would do to the American economy? I mean, do you really know what a 100-day lockdown would do? It wouldn't kill all jobs. But do you realize that it would kill way more jobs than what we have today? I'm gonna go grab this really fast. Yeah, so like every country can't do 100-day freaking lockdown, yo. Every country can do 100-day lockdown. Part of the plan. I wonder what the plan is. Hawaii has COVID bad. Oh, really? Unemployment up or down tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I can't come to ASAP. Jermaine moved from the garbage window. Yes, I am not at the garbage window anymore. I am at this window. Ha 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 ha. What happened? My Apple Pencil's not working anymore. Oh, there it is. Does the garbage smell? No, it doesn't. It doesn't smell at all. All right, we've been streaming for a minute, yo. Let me move to Berkeley in the spring. Berkeley. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get ready to end the stream. Yes. Can you walk to Berkeley? Berkeley is far. You say, why am I in the stream? I'm gonna go home. Wait, Jay, will it cost you to leave Airbnb early? Yeah, but like, as long as I don't have to pay like a month, if I have to pay like a couple of weeks, like I don't really care. Versus like if I have to pay like for 30 days, I'd be pissed, you know? Show us a security guard behind you. I know why my Apple Pencil's not working. The thing came off. This is the thing. I wonder why it wasn't working. Because you need this little thing to go on here. There we go. There we go. It works now. Cool. Show us the scenery behind you. No, I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to keep that all alone. I think I want to keep that all alone. You think you want to keep it all alone? Alright, guys. I'm out. I'm really tired. What do you mean I'm paranoid? Paranoid about what? What am I paranoid about? What am I paranoid about? Please tell me why. He's reading so many comments wrong tonight. What do you mean I'm reading comments wrong tonight? Oh, it's one of those nights. Everybody wants to see the scenery. I can't show you. You've accessed so many times. Oh my gosh. Always reading off by one word. Something like that. I mean, you're paranoid not showing the scenery. I show a lot of sceneries, and I just don't want to show this one. So, if you can be okay with that, I would really appreciate it. But believe me, I'll show you other sceneries tomorrow that I can just show you. You know why I can show you them? Because I'm not there all the time. That's why I can show you. But places that I'll go to, like maybe I don't want to show you its geographic location, you know, because someone could like go there and you know have other intentions than good intentions. So that's why. I know you want to know, but like I can't tell you everything. 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 Well, hey, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm tired. Like I'm reading comments like backwards and shit, and I'm tired. I need to go to sleep, and I gotta make a phone call. So I love all of y'all. Have a good night. Have a really, really good night. Peace out.